So welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn. Now, it's actually been a week since I last played this myself, which means that I've forgotten some stuff, but one of the benefits of having waited is that in between this time, I did the editing for this particular video, this particular series, and by doing the editing, I've realised a lot of stuff that I missed during the actual playthrough. I imagine it's the kind of thing where every single time we'll go through it, I would notice one more thing that I didn't notice before. So before I continue, I'm actually going to reduce the audio of this because it's loud as shit. Audio volume. Oh my god, maximum, nearly maximum. Comfortably loud sounds good. It's still loud. Just above middle, in the middle, just below middle. Okay, that'll do. I've got headphones on, so obviously it's going to be super loud for me anyway. I just don't want to talk too loudly. Okay, so from the playthrough, I realised some things that I didn't realise before. One thing is that... How do we get back to the first page again? So, something I didn't notice is that on some of these pages where it's got the circle, I think that is where the bodies are. Like where you start the initial examinations. So if I want to examine chapter 1, I have to go to the cargo deck to find this particular chapter. Which means that any of the ones that I've not done yet, here we are, outside the first mate's window. So if I can check the map of the ship and find where the first mate's room is, outside his window I should be able to start the next step, which was something that last time I was struggling with, I got kind of stuck. But before we do that, I noticed a few other things as well. Like, for example, I think this guy here might actually be the chef of the ship. And the reason I think that is that when they were bringing the mermaid things in, he was talking about cooking it up. And I don't think he would do that unless he was the chef. I mean, obviously he may just be cooking, but I assume the ships have a chef. I can check the list once I get this up. Yeah. It's still super loud. So you... Struck by the tail, right. So if the ship has... So there's a butcher. Do they have a cook? Or is it just a butcher? Out of interest, did he appear in the other memory? No, he's only been in this one memory. See, would the butcher have been there for the death of the cattle earlier, though? That's the question there. No, he's not the butcher. Cook. No, there is a cook. What am I talking about? Ah, there we go. Okay, I was actually right about that. And I'll get to find out which other ones I've got correct as well. But then the butcher should be with a cow, so I can go check that out in a second. The artist we knew, because yes, the guy who drew it. And the third mate steward was crushed by the cannon. I think he was the guy who was walking alongside the third mate. I think that's why we made that guess. I mean, like, a minute into this and we're already doing well. So some other stuff I learned from watching back the recordings is that it's really difficult to... Okay, I kind of want to leave now. Ah, where's the leave room? Okay, there we go. Something else I realised is that when you're recording videos like this may seem kind of obvious, but I recorded all of that in one go. And not only is it awkward for the software, like the Premiere, to access a file that's that size, but it was also super difficult, here we go, for me to sort of work out where the breaks are. So I've actually got a timer going on my other screen now. I'm going to be using that to judge how long an episode should be. So I've had these going for 15 minutes at the moment. I think I'll go 20. So once it's the 20-minute mark, I can stop and I know I'm kind of just rambling now, but this is just something that it's a learning process when you're doing stuff like this. Like, this channel is just for me to play some games and talk about them. I'm not expecting this particular one. Like, I've not even pushed it yet. I haven't tweeted out anything or talked about it anywhere. I just want to play some games, and doing Let's Play is always a fun way to do it, because then you've got a memory of the game you've played. Yeah. Right. So we think one of these guys might be the butcher then. He's the one with the... We can't go in there, can we? Can we?
Enter here. One swing. Get true to skull.
Right, he's the guy with the axe.
I'll cut her throat when you've done it. Here? Yeah.
So could he be the butcher? Oh. This is a deduction rating. Oh, this is new. High rate means that this person will be more difficult to deduce the person's identity. Focus on the easily deduced identities first and leave the more difficult ones for later. Okay, that's something new. Well, we think he might have been the butcher anyway. Is there a butcher's mate? Midshipman, top seaman. No, so some of the seamen will be helping with this. I'm going to stick him as the butcher for now.
Come on before she kicks off.
Although, he could also be the butcher, because he's cutting the throat. Actually, I think he's the butcher.
You all right there, son?
Was it him?
Never been on a phone.
Let's make him the butcher instead.
Mind your
No idea about you. Does everybody have a deduction rating then? Maybe it's just the ones that don't have like a direct identification? I'm not sure. Anyway, where's the exit for this area? Here we are. This is where the illnesses are. Again, like, as I was going through the editing process, I noticed a lot of other things as well, but I've kind of, like, it's been a few days, I've forgotten all of them, so what I'm going to do is actually check my other theory, which is that I need to find the first mate's room. So, there's a map of the ship here. Oh, sorry, you can click on this, can't we? Okay, so where's the first mate's cargo hold? Right, that's on the bottom. So we haven't, I don't think we've accessed the cargo hold yet, have we? No, I recognise the shape of it. So what's the other area that's... Captain's cargo, there's where Soldier of the Sea started. So we can actually access something else on this cargo deck. But first, let's find the first mate's... Is there a way to do this without... Nope, that's not right. Without having to scroll. I'll just move. Right, first mate's window. So we're below the top deck. So cannon section... that's for the guy that's dead in the seat, which means outside the first mate's window will be one of the rooms there, over where the mutiny was. So we go up a single deck, I think. Yep. And then we move further down, past all this shit here. Yeah, so the mutiny happened around here, outside the window. Ah, there we are. See, I was right. I'm glad I figured that out. I mean, that's unfortunate anyway. That is a guy's leg dangling from a rope. So this is... Okay. Right. I'm actually quite happy about that. You learn it. You learn as you go. You learn as you go.
On your toes.
Go back quick!
Here.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us!
Give it up!
Right. So this is the start of what I think is the second mate, was it? Trying to betray everybody by fleeing with those prisoners. And it looks like they've killed quite a few people on the way and given him a big knock on the head. So who's actually died here? Have I identified you yet? No. So you're just one of the members of the crew. You're the second mate. So this is where the kidnapping starts. So we've also identified you. Yes, you were the Formosan royalty that was kidnapped. You were another one of the people helping him. What's going on over here? You were also there. So, right. One ship leaves from each side. You've got the one prisoner, you've got the other. The Formosan king, I guess? It's royalty? Prince? Murder. Okay, we're on chapter 3. We're going a little bit further back. Let's take a look outside the first mate's window. Right, now that I've figured that out, it means I can at least get all of the flashbacks. So who's this? How did they die? They were shot. Quite obviously shot by a gun. By an unknown attacker. This was second mate Edward Nichols, I believe. I will double check because it's been a week. But I think, yeah, because Martin is the guy with the big beard. First mate was shot outside of the captain's quarters by the captain. So Edward Nichols is the one who's shot him. And as always, more bodies to discover. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Oh, this is the hanging. Right, I was talking about this earlier. Yeah, so in the original artwork done by the artist, ES, the reason that all the crew is gathered is because they're gathered for the hanging of somebody. And clearly the body's still here, and it must be a member of the crew. Because where else would they come from on the ship? So I'm guessing in chapter 1 or 2 we'll be getting evidence as to how this person died. Or even now, actually. Because obviously we're going to see how he died, which means I wonder if we get every single member of the crew on the deck at once. Oh, that'd be cool.
Hokseng Lao, you have been found
Okay,
guilty
we got a
by
name.
self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
将人，你们这交代起。
Quiet.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line.
Guess he wasn't hung.
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire.
Oh, said a lot of people. So whoever said ready, aim, fire, you and Mr. Wolf. Let's get you done now. You're blessed with Cannibal Terror Beast. Gunner. Wolf. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, that's actually an extra person. That makes sense why he was there as well. What other names do we hear? We know that Lim's here. Because over here, I'm guessing, she was protesting. So these are the Formosan royalty, and he must be the one other person, which is why they're protesting. So we know that this guy... I reckon if we know... We got his name, didn't we? Where is it? Here we are. It was Hokseng Lao. So based on the fact that we've already got the other... we've only got 2 left of the Formosan royalty photograph, we could probably figure out, well, guess which one of these is which. And if we've got the deaths right, I reckon that'll count as a 3, which means we'll have it confirmed. Anyway, so what else has gone on here? These are all... Whose job is it for the executions on a ship? Like, would these 4 people be of note individually? Covering your ears, that's your mate. Have we already identified this kid? No, but he is stood next to somebody who was clubbed by Brennan. So who else has got a mate? Because this seems like a thing. The 4th mate, maybe? I haven't identified yet. There we go. Oh, I'm getting it now. I know the kid as well, then. Yep. Just got the 4th mate in. The butcher, the butcher was a guest, nicely done. And the gunner was blasted by the beast. Well, we knew that one. But still, like, we're just about to hit a 15-minute mark, and we've already figured out another 6 people. Well, I mean, arguably not, because we did it last session, but okay. In which case, let's mark you now. We don't know about your fate yet, but we know that you are... Oh, the gunner's got a mate as well. You're the 4th mate steward. Hey, Davy James. So whenever we find out how you die, we've got another one solved. What else can we figure out here? Oh, we're out of time. You're leaning on the wheel. You could be... Do we identify the bosun? I can't remember. Anyway, let's get this one done first. So, you were shot by a lot of people. I will try and see if there are other options... like executed? So I thought it might have been executed by firing squad, but I'm assuming shot with gun by an unknown attacker. How do you identify more than one person? Is there an option for multiple people? I don't know who actually killed the guy. Does the guy who gives the order count as the killer in this situation? Therefore... the order was given by the gunner, so the gunner is the one who technically committed the crime. But he wasn't shot with a gun by... This is interesting, this one. Unknown alive, Axburn, Claw Club. There's nothing else that would apply here, is there? Exploded, fell, froze, illness, knifed, poison shot, speared. I don't think so. It has to be shot. Maybe you just have to get... Maybe someone shot him first. Is there a way to find out if any of them shot him first? Oh, someone else is dead here. Right, let's have a look. Oh, only one bullet hit. And it's... yours. You're Brennan. So Brennan got the killing shot. You're in the royal family picture, aren't you? Brennan was... he was near the bottom, right? Yeah. Which means that the seamen are the ones that are... here, seamen. The seamen are the ones that are performing the execution there. I think I'm right about that, aren't I? Only one of the bullets has actually collided, the rest have gone past. And the one that's collided is the one that comes from Brennan. Ah, so this is the person that was just killed by... what name was it? I'll have to check the transcript. Are you going to do an entire lap of the ship again? Right, but that particular memory with the hangman is going to be a very useful one, I think, later on. Just because, obviously, I mean, I've got most of the important people already. It's just the individual crew members that are going to be the difficult ones to identify. Why were you killed?
Who is there? Who is that? Is someone hurt? Senora Nichols, is that you? What are you doing down here?
Hello, yes. All fine here. Just, sorting some things.
Watch your step. Here, let me help you.
Ah. Right, so it wasn't the Formosan guard that committed the murder. It was second mate Nichols, clearly down here, like, working out some shenanigans. Probably getting supplies, actually, for the mutiny. Well, it's not really a mutiny. Taking the Formosan guards, the Formosan royalty prisoner. I forgot what they said your name was, though. Wait, are you the barber? No, you're playing an instrument. Oh, I thought you was cutting someone's hair. Okay, if you're a musician, I may be able to find out who you are just from that anyway. I might remember the name when I see it. Oh. Oh, okay, I guess you killed more people then, Jesus. It sounds like this is all starting because Nichols is an asshole. So you're playing an instrument, you might be... I'll see if I recognise the name. We know that you were no, you were stabbed, knifed by Nichols. Right, what was your name? Can I remember? That one. And I'm gonna double check that. Yep, Nunzio. And that's the body he's been tried for, which is why that's the body in front of him. That's the end of this memory. What about this guy? Oh! Right, you got knocked out because he was guarding their treasure down here. This must be what you're doing down here. You're looking for their treasure so you can steal it. You were knocked out. The Nunzio came to investigate because he was just having a shit, presumably. That sounded what the noise was, him finishing the toilet. Over there. Saw Nichols. Questioned him. Is this a toilet? Oh. Wait, so I cut a bit out of the video, the other videos that went up, where I was questioning what the glowing thing was off the side of the ship. That looks very similar. Maybe that's what I need to find, but this looks like some kind of shell. And this is the thing that controls the mermaids. It's gradually piecing itself together. The full story. Cool. Yep, so, in this particular section, we've identified Nunzio Pasqua, who was knifed by Edward Nichols as he was doing something peculiar down below deck. Hock Sing Lao got blamed for it and was executed by firing squad. And then a little bit later on, when Nichols actually performed the kidnapping, shot someone else on deck, which is probably why he was shot on his way back. The calling is... yeah, so that's what happened to them after they'd escaped the ship. Perfect. Okay, well, now that we've done that, that's about time to wrap up this particular episode. So, if anyone is actually still watching this, as I said, I haven't mentioned this anywhere. So, if you're watching it, you're one of the very few people who's discovered this without me telling them. And then maybe sometime in the future, when I do push it, somebody might come back and watch it. So, hello to you as well. Yep, cheers for watching this episode, and join me again when we do a little bit more of the exploration and investigation on the Obra Dinn. Oh, and also, I was talking about the weird twinkly thing. That's it. I saw that, and it's the only one in the sea. So I'm a little bit suspicious that that thing over there might be the thing we just saw down there. But you know, that's to find out later on when we do the full investigation. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and you know, enjoy life, I guess.